Look at there. Using those deals already. I got a purpose for them. The next video is going to be about a pine 18-inch square cant. We all kind of want to cut square cants if we can. In that video, 18 square inches, I cut a 4. I cut a 4. Now I got some studying to do. Only got an 8.5 inch throat there or something. So I got to do something with these 8-inch boards. I push them off in that video. Push them off on down there. It's handy when you got a long mill. I drop down. I cut another 4. So now I got 2 4s by 18s laid on the deck. And where I've just cut, I've got a 6 and a 4 laid on the deck. I stand them all up, latch them all down, just go through them just like a train. Cutting 2 2x4s and a 2x4 and a 2x6. When I talk about not round, what I mean is in a circle, this is 22 inches, in a circle, the largest square that you can put in that circle, which we're trying to do a cant, is the diameter, 22, divided by 1.4, roughly. So you end up with roughly 15-inch square that will fit in a 22-inch circle. You'll memorize those numbers. You're not going to have to do that math very long. 22 inches, you're going to know 15. You're going to know it. What I do, when you do that, okay, so we cut our cant. So what are we going to do with all this? What are we going to do with all that? All that, you got to do something with it. Oh, okay, well, I guess we could cut some 1-bys, but they're going to cup like heck. These might not cup as bad, but it's still a cut for a 1-inch board that might not end up being worth much. What I do, I extend my square. So now let's call it a proposed square. I extend it, in this case, out 1.5 inches. So right here, I'm missing some. I extend that line out 1.5 inches. This might sound complicated, but it's not. Once you get it in your head, there's nothing to it. Here, I'm going to lose a little bit. Here, I'm going to lose a bit because I extended this. So I'm going to lose a little bit possibly on the corners. But I was possibly going to lose a little bit on the corners anyway. But here I will for sure lose a little bit on the corners. But what I've done, I've put a lot more meat in that cant. So now I've got an 18-inch square cant with a very good possibility of having 4 substandard boards on the edge. It's not guaranteed, but a good possibility. The bigger point for me is now I've got so much less waste that I've got to deal with. Most people, when they see a board like that, I mean, it goes in the trash pile. They don't think about this, a trash pile. But if you got one this big, you're going to think about it. You're going to say, well, man, you know, by putting it in the not round, I've put more meat in here. So I've turned a 15-inch square cant with waste or substandard boards into an 18-inch square cant with less waste and 3-inch more in the boards. Now, the video that I was just talking about, that 18 by 18, I think that was just a true 18 by 18. It just worked out where there was no waste. I think I might have had one corner. I did have one corner that was wasted. But the rest was almost perfect square. And that's because I was able to scoot the whole thing over some. You know, the math allowed me to do that. But anyway, that's what I'm talking about by not round. I don't really go for square. My goal is to quickly, in fewer cuts, get it into a not round. I don't mind throwing that board away. But I put more usable, good grain boards in the what I start stickering and stacking. I kind of like those deals.